Jane Christine Ryan, honoured guests, parents, friends and school, welcome here to our speech day of 2018. You can gather from the programme you've seen that we've got a right royal feast for you this afternoon, and I hope that each one of you that's due to participate in whatever way you can really enjoy this afternoon. We are taking both pictures and video of the event, and I'm sure for you it will be a memory that you might enjoy for quite some time. There's an old French saying, ça va, non dire. Ça va, non dire. Which translates into all other languages, including English, as it goes without saying. And unfortunately, as a country, we've got a bit used to the idea of it goes without saying. Got used to the concept that actually there are divine rights as opposed to things we need to strive at. When we look at privilege, when we look at opportunity, most of those that succeed, in my experience, do it not because of unstated, unknown characteristics, but because actually they've tried very hard. It's vitally important that we do actually say something about the key values that makes your lives here in our school successful, and which in the end builds the engine that permits you to navigate your way into adult life and into successful relationships beyond, because you stand true to those values. In school education in statistical terms, we've entered a new era. It's not of my making, but today for the first time we celebrate examination results of both A-level and GCSE, the likes of which we've not done before. There is no relationship in the performance you're seeing today and celebrating and the A-levels and GCSEs of the past. In many ways, that's quite exciting. But I don't think in professional terms we'd actually choose to have done it that way. We might have grown it a little bit more carefully. But, as they say, we are where we are. And what's true in terms of what you're going to see today is just how remarkably well our boys and girls, young men and women have done over this last year to take every possible opportunity that's ahead, despite the unknown of the tests they're going to face. Without the superb support of our parents and teachers, both of whom are very well represented today, we couldn't have made that change. And through the amazing and diligent work of our Parent Teachers Association, led by Phyllis Avery, I do hope you and others will think maybe I could join them in this work in this coming year. Because we know that work, both fundraising and social engagement, is one of the major features that makes Clare Sport special. We'll say more about the work of the PTAs later on, and I hope that we'll enjoy your fulsome support. My year in highlights, well, the privilege of leading the school, teaching history and Spanish, building further the research base, now 10 years in the making, from which has arisen not just the core values of the school, the Clare Sport Essentials, G Suite and all that work, and most recently the work of Megan Sumaraki and the learning scientists led by Yana Weinstein. One of the reasons why we built this research base is that everybody will give you a cheap pass to the future that's alive. Fundamentally, if you look at the kind of skills and talents we need for the future, they're going to be done because we have concentrated on the evidence base of what works. And I'm thoroughly delighted to be supported in this work by my leaders in the school headship team. Most particularly, I'd like to draw your attention to the work of the Decade Academic Senior Boys and Mel Seltzer. It's vitally important we understand that in a world where people are making up new ideas and new memes on the hoof, we have to embed ourselves in the research-led science that ensures that what works in education is known to work, and not just a whim. If I take learning science on the one side, I'd like to put on the other side an understanding of how relationships build at the teenage years. And becoming a founder pilot school of Girls on Board has ourselves given us a new insight, together with our girls and their parents, about how friendship needs to be built rather than could be built. And to that end, I am indebted to the work of Maggie Hayward in her first year of Ed, and her team around her, most notably Steve Richards, in helping understand that there is no rule book about modern relationship building in the 21st century. We've got to be very careful, very structured, and very detailed in that work. I wrote to everybody in the school here who's a parent or friend of the school to let them know about John Rayer's decision to step down as head teacher of the senior boys' school after 10 years of work. And there's no doubt, as you'll see today, the legacy he leaves behind is truly remarkable. 10 years of headship has its own characteristic grind, and I'm pleased to say that John's young enough to be still supporting one of our former pupils, his daughter, Ellie Rare, in her work as an international athlete, and his son, Chris, whilst he takes his journey as a chemistry university. And I very much hope that John will stay close to the school as he thinks of how he might enjoy his time post-headship. I hope, perhaps, at this stage to ask Justin Spanswick to join me on the stage. I'll just actually ask the question, is Justin in the hall? No. See, one of the reasons why people say, why do you need this kind of extra body at the leadership level in terms of executive headship? It's because actually these days, the cases and work we have to do happens 24/7. As the school used that phrase later on, what it means for us is that our duty of care doesn't cease. And there's important work being done in London today that Mr. Spanswick has to be part of. I'm not just joined by old head teachers here today. Sorry, Steph. I'm joined by new head teachers. Steph Rogers at the sixth form, Dean Richards taking over from Justin Spanswick at the junior boys. You are very welcome, both of you. And you will learn much from the work that people like Maggie and John brought to the party. But I feel that I have no better support in the understanding of how to study and carry on qualifying than Jan Barlow, who's head teacher to the girls, who's currently completing at MA at Kansas University. It's not just children that need to be involved in learning, but it's adults too. And all of us are part of that learning community that is Clare's School. More often than not, it does not go without saying. It's only right and fitting to introduce to you the names of the new staff who've joined us through this year. These colleagues, senior boys, senior girls, and sixth form, have all had a huge impact on the lives of people in the school. And you know them. These are people whose knowledge and understanding of the world outside have been brought in to demonstrate our work. In your programme I have these words and I want to read it again, because we are preparing your pathways to scholarship in a world that needs both knowledge and skills. Across the country, subject content and examination tests at GCSE and A-level have been made more demanding this year to provide a sterner challenge for children during their school years and to prepare them more effectively for the international competition they will face with other bright minds at university and the world of work beyond. I'm delighted that we celebrate today the excellent academic and outstanding scholarship successes of our boys and girls of 2017 and 18. These young people are indeed the very best of their generation, and in so many fields. I commend them to you. Waiting to commence the afternoon's entertainment, we have our school musical ensemble, directed by Mr. Adrian Roach on the piano, playing March from Alida, Sweden. Ladies and gentlemen, let the prize giving commence.
Good afternoon, Dame Christine, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matt Kidd.
And I'm Cammy Price, and it is our privilege to welcome you to our Speech Day and PrizeGiving 2018.
Firstly, let us tell you a little bit about ourselves. My name is Matt Kidd. I joined Clare's Court in Year 7 from Spinfield, and I'm currently studying Geography, Business and PE. All being well, I hope to go to university and study business.
My name is Cammy Price. I joined Clare's Court in Year 10 from Johannesburg, South Africa, and I'm studying maths, biology and physics. I too have ambitious plans for the future. I hope to go to university to study physics.
As has become the tradition at our speech day, rather than read out some of the highlights of the last academic year, the Year 13 leadership team have put together a showreel of events and happenings since last speech day for your information.
It hasn't been easy to put these set of images together. Look out for yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as you have every chance of featuring during these slides. And if you can't see yourself first time round, please check out the film on the school's news channel from its website.
We were very fortunate to have Miss Olivia James from the marketing department provide us with the first set of images. Miss James is largely responsible for the 24/7 news that Clare's Court put on our website and social media, keeping the community updated on all the happenings of Team Clare's Court.
Her articles and stories cover all elements of school life, from nursery to sixth form, PTA socials, and former pupils' stories that have also made the news. This newsfeed remains on the website as a permanent chronicle of the school's activities, replacing the previous paper publication, the Court Circular.
So with apologies to all those who didn't expect to be included at the start of the speech day.
And apologies to all those excluded. We present to you the Heads of School montage of the academic year 2017 to 18.
girl, Ellie Rea, became regular in both England and GB sides, it's lovely to welcome her back to encourage us ever onwards in our efforts.
The Year 8 Team Building Residential just before Speech Day provides boys and girls with the opportunity to build academic and social skills together.
The under-13 rugby side continued their unbeaten ways, winning the Berkshire Festival.
Whilst the hockey girls continue to strive, coming third in the Berkshire Championships behind Reddington and Pangbourne colleges.
Practical activities, be they with authors or test tubes, on the stage or in the field, relate theoretical knowledge to the acquisition of a wide range of skills.
Our amazing PTA events go from strength to strength. Some 1,000 in attendance at the annual fireworks last year.
As do our stage events too, the school production of The Unforgettables is a showstopper in the town hall.
Our 2-week half-term in the autumn provides for an amazing range of language, cultural, geographical and sporting trips, bringing further opportunities for academic, social and practical problem solving to the fore.
The Independent Schools Association, regional and national competitions provide a fantastic showcase for many of our pupils to show off their skills and talents.
Equally noteworthy is the school's exceptional engagement with the local, regional, national and international charities. In 2018 and 2017, we assisted in the development of 2 school building projects in Cambodia and the Gambia, and members of the sixth form are hoping to travel out and spend some extended time there next summer to further the good work.
We will let the next few slides share some of our Christmas seasonal spirit with you.
We have chosen many of our pictures to show our fellow students showing their learning in action. There is serious focus now on the need for schools to demonstrate how our social well-being is being secured through a host of co-curricular activities, in art galleries, on the stage, and in service to others.
As with the image of the boys working with sports able to understand the challenges of those less mobile than themselves, with the enthusiasm to support the needs of the less fortunate is embedded in our school society.
As are the opportunities to build entrepreneurial skills. Actually, often just as important in the example when you need to get a little creative in meeting new challenges.
As a school, we've been able to take GCSEs in January in English and Maths, a legacy from a now more distant set of examinations.
And we have maintained a strong focus on independent study and extended project work. There is a whole wealth of information to engage with, not just that in the syllabus, but also university and laboratory inquiry.
School, above all, should be a community that builds confidence, celebrates success in multiple ways, and reaches out to work with others too. As the photographs of the winner Maidenhead Rugby under 18 National Cup winning side capture 6 of our own within. the events now to follow. Cammy and I thank you for your attention and appreciation.
We really enjoyed getting the show underway, and it is our great pleasure to welcome the Harmony Choir to the stage under the direction of Mr. Dan Gravitt. Thank you.
Thank you so much to the Harmony Choir for their wonderful rendition of Seasons of Love.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is our great pleasure to welcome our speaker this afternoon, Dame Christine Ryan, DB. My name is Sophie Billy, head girl of Senior Girls. I have been lucky enough to benefit from the wonderful performing arts opportunities at Claresford and hope to study acting in the future.
I'm Robert Biley, head boy of Senior Boys, and I'm delighted to be with you to welcome our special guest here today. I too have benefited from the arts at Claresford School, having my interests are found in music. I also enjoy being part of the Claresford Boat Club in the future and hope to study music technology and one day be involved in music development.
The programme you have gives a formal introduction to Dame Christine. What's not been identified so far is the strong professional relationship that exists between our honoured guest and our academic principal, James Wilding.
It transpires that Dame Christine and Mr. Wilding have known each other for a good dozen years, their professional relationship commencing when then Mrs. Ryan joined the Independent Schools Inspectorate back in January 2006 as Chief Inspector.
At the time, Mr. Wilding was a board director of the Independent Schools Inspectorate, representing both the interests of ISI and his own association, the Independent Schools Association. There was a clash of interest in serving both, which led to Mr. Wilding resigning from the board. In Mr. Wilding's own words, the only time I have ever been sacked.
Well, who could have guessed? Under this Chief Inspector's watch, and over the next 10 years, ISI changed to become the most respected professional school inspector agency in the world, made up, curiously, of mainly volunteers. Clare's score has faced 2 major inspections, 2008 and 2014, plus the odd no notice, in addition conducted by ISI. I'm delighted to confirm that all such visits have ended with good and excellent outcomes for the school. In addition, Mrs. Ryan visited the school to see our development on cloud computing and G Suite as they were emerging back in 2013.
Under your watchful eye, dear Christine, Mr. Wilding has continued to serve as a team inspector and for the last 3 years as a reporting inspector. That is, until your resignation for past student with Ofwell and wider work in international education. We welcome you here today as one who has a great knowledge of both our boss and our school.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a very warm welcome to Dame Christine Ryan, DBE.
Well, what can I say to that? Thank you very much, you two. That's great. And sorry about that, James. There was our little secret blown wide open. It's a very special day for all of you, and I am extremely privileged to be here. The rest of my remarks, however, are going to be mainly for the pupils, and I hope that the parents and teachers here will forgive me for that indulgence. I will be brief. You know, our time at school can be a wonderful thing, but I would guess that for some of you here, that may not always be the case. Is anybody here brave enough to raise their hand if that applies to them? Perhaps some of the parents might own up to it. For some of us, our school days can be a bit of a disaster, at least some of the time, if not all of the time. Certainly, if you'd have spoken to any of my teachers when I was still at school, they would have been frankly horrified if you'd have told them I was doing what I'm doing today. I struggled to fit in at school, to be obedient. That's something I still struggle with. I've never mastered it. To be attentive, to be consistent in my efforts. I was bored most of the time. I played truant often. By the age of 13, I'd decided that really school was not my thing. And so I pretty much stopped going altogether. I was definitely not the success at school that you all are. By 15, I left home. I was working 7 days a week, but still not earning enough to keep body and soul together. Clearly, something had to change, including my own thinking. And education was the key. But more about that in a minute. Educating myself was very difficult. That path is not an easy one, and I would generally not recommend it to any of you. You are truly fortunate to have the benefit of a good education laid in front of you. Take what is offered. Hopefully, you will never stop learning and learning to adapt. You are all intellectually individual, unique in how your different abilities work together, and you will continue to evolve. I notice a bit of a theme coming through here having heard James's talk and from the head boys and head girls. We haven't collaborated, but it clearly shows how important we all view learning for its own sake. Technology will also change, putting ever more sophisticated tools at your disposal. Not least in the classrooms of this school, I suspect. Be comfortable with the advances to come. But remember that your own body is still the best and the smartest instrument you will ever have. Look after it, know it, understand how your mind works, its strengths that you can maximise, and its weaknesses that you can improve or work around. It's your own personal operating system. And it was a self-learning machine long before writing, smartphones or AI were ever invented. It can be enhanced or it can be reset. You can choose. So make sure you know your own mind better than anyone else does, but don't share your data casually. It's a valuable commodity. Remember, not everyone can be top of the class. But what I hope my experience does show you is that we can all achieve things. No matter how unpromising our start, whether you think now that you're really not good at maths or really not brilliant at English, that's only now. It can change any time you choose it to change. All you have to do is set your expectation. Today is about marking your efforts and personal triumphs, not least the tremendous exam results in this year's GCSE and A-levels. Examinations, though, as I'm sure you know, are only a very, very small part of your success. And I know many of you have shown great talent in other areas, such as in sport or the arts, following in the footsteps of eminent former pupils, actors, politicians, sports people and business leaders numbered among them. As well as such measurable achievements, I hope though that you will also take forward with you into the coming year the qualities of character, the friendships and the enthusiasm that have been nurtured, so that you can do your bit to support others by dealing kindly with the people you meet and continuing to build your own confidence, integrity and happiness. Clare's Court too is evolving, hopefully with new building, bringing the community onto one site. But I am confident it will retain its character of support and friendliness that is such a feature of the school and its pupils. I noticed it the first day I walked in, and it's still there now. You will always be a part of the school. You will make an impact on society, as others before you, in its almost 60 years of history. You'll join an impressive list. As you continue your journey through formal education, you will learn a great many facts, and I can assure you that you'll forget most of them. That doesn't matter. That's a relief, isn't it? It doesn't matter. What matters is that you keep on learning and remain open to new ideas. Don't undervalue yourself or underestimate your ability to make things happen. So, from what I've learned, having looked at schools and young people across almost every continent of the world, I will offer you this. Don't be afraid of change or of failure. They both present you with opportunities. Take risks and take responsibility for the choices you make. Decide what you want to achieve next. Make sure it's really what you want and go for it. When you see your chance, grasp it. In a few moments, we'll begin the prize giving. But before I greet some of you individually, I would like to say to you all collectively, many congratulations for getting this far and hanging in with school, and the very best wishes for your future success. Well done.
Distinguished guests, ladies, gentlemen and pupils, Dame Christine, many thanks for your wise words. We welcome all of you to our annual prize giving where we celebrate our collective achievements, acknowledge those who have made our children's success possible and reflect on what makes Clare's Court distinct.
This past year has flown by, and having completed my first full year as head, I can report that we're in better shape than ever. And through our active learning, limitless minds and our four values, responsibility, respect, loyalty and integrity, we increasingly define the Clare's Court pupil.
Ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure the event runs smoothly, please refrain from making applause until all have been presented with their scroll and are then assembled with Dame Christine for their protocol. Dame Christine, I know you've only just sat down, but if you could kindly join us to present the awards to our prize winners today. Thank you.
We commence this afternoon's awards by recognising our new scholars entering the school into Year 7 this September.
Scholarships is the exhibition of successful academic study, demonstrating learning for its own sake at the highest level for age and stage. We look to encourage leaders of scholarship through the secondary and sixth form phase to inspire and enrich. 11 plus scholarships to George Crowe, Frederick Duff, Oscar Helm,
James Binks, Anya Brewer, Zara Brewer, Joseph Britton, Bryn Crabsby.
Amelia Dixon, Jemiah Don, Eleanor Dries, Toby Giles, Lawson Hind.
Anya Howard, James Hudson, Sophie Jeffs, Finn Keylock, Kira Lloyd.
Lily Mae Moran, Jack Newton, Felix Oppenheimer, William Ray, Jake Rogers.
Jamie Smith, Thomas Webster, Caitlin Wilson.
Many of our pupils continue to aspire to academic achievement throughout the school, which is recognised. 12 plus scholarships are awarded to Grace Kixan, Jamie Bone Anderson, Daniel Greenwood, Thomas Hepworth, Archie Ruti, Cameron Thornton.
13 plus scholarships to Audrey Llewellyn, Louisa Matten, Darcy Sloggett, Lydia Briley and Hannah Denny.
Adam Cookson, Harry Rooney, Oliver Spence, Sam Walton.
Congratulations to you all.
demands of senior education, a major learning curve for them, and the relatively protected environment of junior schools.
There were, of course, many highlights of the year.
Year 7 enjoyed a unique educational and team building experience at Clifton.
Artists made their way to the National Gallery to enhance their studies of portraits.
Those with an engineering turn of mind in Year 7 boys enjoyed being a part of a STEM club, where we are well on the way to rebuilding our archive.
A great deal of entertainment was offered to parents and friends in the Senior Girls Drama Showcase. High standards of performance, humour and creativity were enjoyed by all.
Geography played its part for the boys and girls when they visited Rushall Farm, looking at organic farming, soil conditions and water investigations in the River Pang.
A tasty afternoon tea was put on for staff and parents by the Year 7, 8 and 9 Food Club. The girls made cakes, scones and biscuits and demonstrated their front of house skills to invited guests.
A great deal of dressing up took place when hands-on history visited to deliver a medieval day. The change in status of some of the staff when dressed up was quite surprising. The boys and girls also had the opportunity to handle medieval weapons, try on armour and look at the skins and horns of dead animals.
And so, the presentation of their awards to the boys and girls of Year 7.
Oliver Spector, Jonah Stevens, Lucas Rees, James Shepherd, Lewis Morby, Luke Bean Maddock, Daniel Greenwood, Jacob Foster, Charles Bailey, Aaron Sutherland.
Priya Hothi, Georgina Helmuth, Maddie Dean, Letitia Parr, Suhani Bala, Lucy Skipper, Rose Checken, Ophelia Pedley, Alexandra Francesconi, Isabel Ward and Sarah Connect. And to those pupils whose contribution in class and in work seen were an example to us all, we make the award of Learner of the Year.
The learners of Year 7 for 2017-18 were Kai Klacher Chopra
And Charlie Mercer. Our Year 8 pupils extended their knowledge, learning how to apply all that they learnt, both inside and outside the classroom. There was the opportunity for some fun, as well as perhaps an even more competitive edge to some of their activities.
Year 8 boys and girls have just returned from the geography field trip to Dorset, where they paid a visit to the Jurassic Coast in and around Lulworth, prior to 2 days of adventure activities and team building at Osborne Bay.
The Civil War Day gave the girls and boys hands-on experience of what it was like and how the men who fought were dressed and the weapons they used. The religious struggle of this period was brought to life by the Reverend Wilding in the Dorney Court Chapel.
Constructive visits were made to the Ashmolean and Pitt British Museums in Oxford to extend their art studies at Patton, with plenty of inspirational material available.
4 enthusiastic scientists from senior girls achieved a credible second place out of 15 teams at the Salters Festival of Chemistry held at Queen Mary's University, London. They faced 2 challenges of the day: firstly, to use forensic chemistry to catch a thief, and secondly, to use chemical reactions to make a solution in all colours of the spectrum.
Activities week at the end of the year, so the boys and girls spent a day at the Linton Outdoor Activity Centre, coping with a range of challenges which required teamwork, as well as a river safari at the Thames. And so, to the presentation of the awards to the boys and girls of Year 8. Charlie Charles, Simon Watson, Aaron Mussell, Ralph Senior, Harry Rooney, Ashmit Sethi, Harry Hobbs, Matthew Creaser, Connor Peters, Sean Gilman, Adam Freeman Shaw, Ben Dyer.
Jessica Holmes, Hannah Denley, Olivia McGee, Molly Ruth Stevens, Elodie Boucher, Megan Piggott, Eva Lancaster, Freya Wilson, Jessica Jones, Audrey Llewellyn, Kessia Richardson, Heidi Golding, Scarlett Bennett.
the learners of the year, they are Maz Butt
and Louisa Hatton. A day spent at the Black Country Living Museum gave boys and girls an insight in the Industrial Revolution, learning not only about the mechanics at the time, but also the living conditions of the workers and their families.
The audience at the boys' pantomimes laughed, clapped and booed. Always a great show. Oh no, it wasn't. Oh yes, it was. Sorry, I'll stop there. It could get silly.
Spies were chilled during World War Day at the Senior Girls' School when Carnegie shortlisted author William Hussey gave his presentation on horror fiction to Year 9 girls and boys. Blood certainly ran cold, had nothing to do with the weather.
Well done to the Year 9 pupils involved in Never Such Innocence event held at the Commonwealth War Graves Commission, an event that helps to celebrate the Great War through poetry, art and music.
Girls in Year 9 had a challenge thrown down to them to create an advert with original soundtrack, 9 videos presented to the panel of judges, creative storytelling, compelling imagery, humour and heart-tugging moments you'll like to see, a great collaboration between music, drama and art.
July weather for the highest overnight temperature was 23.3 degrees centigrade. However, this didn't deter our intrepid boys and girls who enjoyed a range of activities whilst camping out during Activities Week. But nonetheless, they kept their cool, met the challenges and had a great time.
And so to the presentation of their awards to the boys and girls of Year 9.
Maurice Kang, Sebastian Walker, Joel Manku, Sheree Strabari, Toko Charles, Jay Batty, Joseph Freeman, James Connor, Frederick Jackson, John Gedley, Theo Josh, and Dominic Panton Reynolds.
Holly Catton, Marion Subra, Olivia Connor, Alicia Mercer, Nuala McFarlane, Anna Lee, Anisha Khan, Hannah Hale, Holly Corcoran, Christy Kingsley, Angela Sanya, Sarah Mehmet, Hannah Senior, Isabel Saunders, Kate Webster.
And now, to the learners of the year, they are Govin Basra
And Jessamy Lindley. Some creative cooking took place at the area heat for Springboard Future Chef competition, and we're delighted to see one of our own progress on to the regional finals and crawl. Year 10 and 11 drama students were entertained by 2 exciting thrillers, House Guests and The Case of the Frightened Lady. Lambda continues to grow, and more girls are seeing the great benefits and opportunities these qualifications allow. This year, the largest group of girls taking grade 5 acting, all girls achieved an impressive merit or distinction.
Our Year 10 maths students demonstrated excellent teamwork when 4 boys and 4 girls were invited to take part in the Maths Feast, an event which takes place across the country. Students compete in a number of rounds, solving advanced but fun mathematical problems.
The V&A was the venue for textile students, where they explored the galleries, including the general fashion exhibition, to support the development of their ideas. Their coursework project, The Natural World. Pupils studied the development of the 20th and 21st century art at Tapleton. They then developed work in the sketchbooks of the artists that inspired them.
2 days were spent in Flanders, where the historians visited Ypres and the battlefields of Flanders, gaining a first-hand opportunity to understand the horrors of the conditions, as well as the numbers of soldiers who lost their lives on both sides during the First World War.
The boys and girls were disappointed to be only up to their ankles deep in clean water during our very hot activities week, when they supported the waterways restoration in Maidenhead, clearing reeds and working to improve the channel of the length of the water adjacent to Maidenhead Moor.
Markham Park in South Wales was the venue for the geographers, who endured some adverse weather conditions, carried out the required work, and had a great deal of fun in between times.
World Book Day was celebrated across the senior girls with a trio of activities. The Year 10 Aslan group invited students to write their own story, take part in a cookie decorating competition, and house a Kahoot game based on favourites that span the generations. The girls and boys in Year 9 and 10 combined athletic squad emerged victorious at the Royal Borough Winston Maidenhead finals with some fantastic individual results. The prize winners in Year 10 are
Jake Ward, Sam Metcalf, Richard Hennessy, Rob Carr, Louis Presenza, Christopher Roberts, Jake Gannon, Oliver Cardanouche, Tom Wakely, Harry Bennett, Kabir Debala, Rafe Storr, Robert Biley, Joe Ing, Freddie McGregor, Oliver Walker, George Keelock, Sebastian Sweetman.
Sophie Billing, Emma Rendell, Annabel Rooney, Katie Spratley, Amelia Ackerman, Jessica Dixon, Jamie Stay, Maya Panzer, Rebecca Turner, Madeline Burwash, Sally McGee, Isabel Hobbs, Catherine Hancock, Hannah Warman, Catherine Jessamine, Lana Wallace, Laura Marley. And now to the learners of the year, they are
Stuart Gilman
and Hannah Straw. Year 11. The final year of senior school sees some real concentration on the last push before the GCSE exams. We would like to recognise the hard work of the pupils and the staff in coming to terms with the new range of more challenging GCSEs and achieving both the highest grade 9 and raising more generally the number of top grades 7 to 9.
Of the diverse broad ability cohort, 86.3% achieved 5 4+ grades or more, with 26.3% of the girls and boys grades at 9 to 7, against the national average of 20.5%.
The girls saw 5.8% of grades at grade 9, higher than the national average of 5%. The girls and boys took up the opportunity of taking part in the Duke of Edinburgh Awards scheme. You may have seen them trudging around the Maidenhead area.
For the first time, we qualified for the Forley Cup at Henry Royal Regatta, a crew that was all Year 11. They won a round and then went on to represent Great Britain in the National Regatta against the French.
GCSE drama students showed their theatrical skills and impressed audiences with their performances, whilst during the inter-house music competition, they stole the show with their renditions from the music inspired from the 60s.
We all enjoyed the input of Year 11 into the Unforgettables performance. They were able to show a wide range of music and theatre.
Year 11 took to the court and organised a fancy dress netball match to raise the funds for children in need, and then umped a very competitive staff match and dealt firmly with competitiveness between the athletic Scooby-Doo and the naughty leprechaun.
And they sat their GCSEs. Now the results are in, we can celebrate the achievements of the very best in school. We will award these after we've read about the 2 individuals involved. We feel privileged to be part of Nav's academic journey. Starting with us as a modest, quiet pupil, Nav quickly found his feet, enjoying the challenges his teachers set in his quest for knowledge and academic excellence. Lunchtimes and break times often found Nav in serious intellectual conversations with his peers. His 5 grade 9s in English literature, maths, biology, chemistry and physics together with 4 grade 8s in business studies, geography, history and Spanish, reflect Nav's determination to achieve the top academic accolades. Nav's natural aptitude, together with his pursuit for excellence, bodes well for the future. Well done, Nav, and best of luck as you continue to pursue your goals.
Isabel is a remarkable student who achieved an outstanding set of GCSE grades. She excels in all her subjects due to her impressive attitude to learning and was rewarded with a perfect grades across the board. Isabel scored 8 grade 9s and 4 grade 8s, which was the highest these subjects were graded. Not only is Isabel a hard-working and talented academic, she can also balance her studies with sport. She's an able hockey player and has come on leaps and bounds in netball, making her a firm favourite in the school teams. Isabel will be no doubt have an amazing future, and we are all so very proud of her achievements.
The school trophy for outstanding GCSE achievement goes to Nav Karen Basra
and Isabel Noel.
Rushing me around and its enemies. Don't you lie to me as we find me. Got a handle on the doors that we open and shut. Packing up my suitcase cause I'm going far away. I'm going to a place where credit cards don't decline on me as we find me. Got a handle on the doors that we open and shut. She took her time, took my mind, forget mine. And my frame of mind took her time, she took mine. Oh. We are remotely secluded to this faraway place. Heading to now where everything is old. Don't decline on me as we finally got a handle on the doors that we open and close. Can we take a little time, we go balance your ways? Cause everything we do and we put on you, maybe you and me have a little to say. We'll find a way through it all we don't get. Took her time, took my mind, before you get mine. My frame of mind took her time, she took mine. Oh.
Good afternoon, Dame Christine, and ladies and gentlemen, honoured guests, and pupils, students, prize winners. What an amazing set of accomplishments we've celebrated so far amongst our senior girls and our senior boys. And I've noticed how excited as head of sixth form I am that these fantastic students will be joining us in the next few years, so I look forward to that greatly. It's my pleasure today to present the Academic Achievement Awards to our outgoing Year 13s, officially Year 14s as we like to refer to them so we don't get in a muddle. But it would of course be disingenuous of me to take credit for helping them to achieve their successes without referring to the significant and undeniable contribution of Mr. Andy Giles, who is with us today. He's now on his own gap year, brackets years, I think, and as you will hear later, Andy Giles has been a key contributor, enabling this and the many other groups of Year 13s, in fact, to become the well-rounded, confident young men and women they are today. And he and I are exceptionally proud of the impressive exam results our prize winners achieved this summer, but we are equally proud of the rest of the cohort who also achieved fantastic outcomes and are able now to go on to their next chosen steps. Our students experience a very bespoke and tailored education in our sixth form. They get the guidance they need to enable them to navigate the myriad post-18 options available to them. A number have already begun apprenticeships, some are in employment, others are on gap year exploits, undertaking challenges for charities abroad. And that includes Tilly Butler, who is working with VSO in Nepal, teaching English to younger children. For most, including some of our award winners, University Freshers Week is underway. They are scattered far and wide. In fact, the furthest one is beginning her tennis scholarship at Boulder University in Colorado. Others closer to home are unpacking their pots and pans in places like Durham, Southampton, Loughborough, Birmingham, Exeter, Nottingham, London at UCL, Plymouth, Bournemouth, Oxford. The list goes on. And many of our leavers are now officially undergraduates. They're on courses to study medicine, engineering, business, archaeology, TV production, economics, marine biology, teaching, psychology, criminology, sport, French, history, photography, and the list goes on. Our motto in the sixth form is aim high, believe in yourself, and make a difference. And I think as you hear about the students who are our prize winners today, you will not fail to agree that they have in fact accomplished exactly that. It has been such a pleasure over lunch to meet with our students who have now left, to meet with their parents and to share in the memories that we've made over the past few years. And of course we wish you every success as you move on. A number of students unable to join us today include James Tatmer-Evans, who won our Art Subject Prize, Sam Baker, recipient of the BTEC ICT Prize, the Geography Prize. Thankfully, Mr. Moore is here to pick up Ollie's award. Tilly Butler, as I've mentioned, our History Prize winner, is in Nepal. Ellie Webb, studying media, she is also currently at university. And Tom Worthington, fantastic A-star and A-scholar, who is a psychology/medical undergrad at Exeter as we speak. Now, for each of those students, there is a personal citation included in their academic award. And these citations have been written by the subject teachers that have worked very closely with each student, sharing that passion, sharing their expertise for that particular academic course, supporting and nurturing through 2 challenging years, encouraging them, yes, to aim high, to believe in themselves, to make a difference. And I'd like to take this opportunity, if I may, to thank all our sixth form subject teachers and the support staff for their unswerving dedication in enabling our students to such success. We're delighted that many of our high achieving students are in fact here today. They're here this afternoon to collect subject awards and to celebrate their achievements with us. It's a pleasure too to see so many parents here, sharing in the culmination of what has been at times an eventful couple of years. Some ups and downs along the way. And it's been a delight and a privilege to work in partnership with you, supporting these remarkable young people transition to the next stage of their lives. So our biology and chemistry subject prize winner is Harriet Thomas, and as Harriet makes her way forward, I'd just like to say she's off to Kiel to study medicine, and I'm sure in future I, for one, will find her very useful in helping me when I get a little bit older. Congratulations, Hattie. Tom Green is one of those students who's currently already in work. He's at Heathrow on an apprenticeship, and he is the proud and deserving winner of the BTEC Sports Prize. So, Tom. I think Tom is an important name this afternoon. I think it had to be called Tom, have Thomas in your name, Hattie, to get a prize today. Our next prize winner for business studies is actually Tom Stalker. Tom, come forward. Tom's off to Nottingham to study business. Our economics prize winner is Loughborough Bound. That's Tom Buckle, if Tom would like to come and join us. If Sophia Sethley has arrived, it would be fabulous if you could come forward. Sophia won our English prize. Moving on. But to drama and theatre, and what a fantastic series of performances we saw from this young lady during year 12 and 13. Bella Welton is our drama and theatre studies prize winner. She's taken a gap year, and she will be looking into taking a media or TV production course starting in 2019. So congratulations. Another Thomas, Tom May. He's bought a new suit especially for the occasion, I think, Tom, haven't you? No. But Tom is off to Cardiff. He's going to be studying French, and he's the deserving winner of our French prize. Our maths prize, quite a spectacular exam series. Tom Lidston, who's won our maths prize, I think 100% in at least one of the papers, A star for maths. Credit to you, Tom. Do come and receive your award. Tom is off to the University of Birmingham. He's going to be studying engineering. PE prize very close to my heart, and a very worthy winner in Todd Lindley. So if Todd would like to come forward. Todd is off to Bath very soon. Very excited too. And finally, I'd like to ask Isaac Chalice if he'd come forward to collect the Philosophy and Ethics Prize. Isaac arrived in year 12 promising he was going to work hard and be a success, and my goodness, you've done it, Isaac. Fantastic. Well done. We wish them every success in their next exploits. We're looking forward to you coming back in January to share with us the presentation of your A-level certificates. So we now come on to the presentation of various other school awards and honours. All the winners have made a significant contribution to the life of school, often going the extra mile. Unfortunately, Stephanie Stobie is unable to be here with us to collect the winner. She's the winner of the Christopher Green Award for Photography. But some of her work was outstanding. If you saw the exhibition on site, you will have been only impressed with her incredible work. But I'd like now to invite the individual prize winners to join us, receive their presentation individually and have a photograph separately. Thank you.
So the first award winner of these major prizes, if you're wondering out there in the audience how you get up to this level, it's because a very generous sponsor is behind them and are really putting a lot of effort in to highlight the quality that we have and the success that the students enjoy. So the physics prize to Christopher Allen.
Chris chose physics as his fourth subject, and he's actually going to study physics now, so all the very best, Chris.
Anybody who's been near drama or public speaking in the last year can't help but have been impressed by this young man. So much so that he's become a scholar of the school because of the quality of the performance he brings to the subject of drama. The Public Speaking Cup to Freddie McGregor.
Our next prize winners, I'm literally just getting to know them, and what I've seen so far impresses me greatly. Alfie, Bevan Avery and Kira Griffith have just joined Year 12, and they've already made their mark, and I'm excited to see how they are going to develop over the coming couple of years. If I could invite you both to come together, Alfie and Kira, if you could come up together to receive the Fuller Cup for personal endeavour.
I was delighted how the head boy and head girl made reference to the movie and the stills that you saw in their film. And I gave a challenge out today to some of the pupils from the orchestra and helping at this event to count whose face is present most. If you go back over a period of 5 years, you'd have found the face of Matthew Allen in pretty well every picture. He is the most impressive young man coming through the uniform branch. He was involved in every single academic and sporting activity. He ended up representing the first 15 whilst he was in Year 11. Got a hatful of GCSE results, including a host of Year 9s and 8s. The outstanding contribution to school isn't because he was head boy. It was a jolly good CV to have one, and he did that job as well as any. So the outstanding contribution to school life, Matthew Allen.
So senior boys, head boy, followed by sixth form, head boy. Again, a man who is involved in absolutely everything, but I think he would say, and we would agree, that his greatest triumph is on the sports field. He's a rugby player of some calibre. He's played not only for school, but for club, for county, for academy, and I'm sure he's going to be much loved when he finally gets to uni. He's currently working at senior boys, and I think he's probably doing some rugby coaching. So Tom Muir, would you like to come join us as you are the winner of the McDonald Trophy?
Back in the 1980s, when a lovely family was in the school doing their hard work, doing their service on the Parent Teacher Association, chairing, leading many of our social events, they began to notice that although you could win many things at school, you had some people who were just a cut above, people whose outstanding sporting achievement was marking them out as being stars of the future. Roger and Marshall Spanswick, Vice Presidents of the PTA, are here with us today, and it is with great privilege that we continue to award this prize in the honour of your work for the school. If you've seen Rachel Okoro on any sports field or any running track, you realise you're in the presence of greatness. She hadn't, I believe, done the triple jump before, and she's now number 2 in the country following her leap last weekend. The Spanswick Award for Outstanding Sporting Achievement, Rachel Okoro. In awarding the Andrew Hawkins Cup and the contribution to Jazz Band, we bring together boys at the senior school who have enlightened and enriched the life of our music contributions. Declan Corcoran on the guitar is a joy to hear. Not always available, obviously, show everybody that's good on this platform today. But when you see the chance to be involved with Declan, do it. He's that good. Equally, in Stoke Sweden, we've got a boy who, a bit like Matt Allen, is found in every bit of school life. And his contribution to the jazz band is significant, as you heard from the performance earlier on today from our next ensemble. So these two music awards, if Declan and Sebastian could step forward, we'd love to welcome you and have a joint photograph, because it's difficult really to separate the quality of the music that you bring. Ladies and gentlemen, these music awards to Declan Corcoran and Sebastian Sweden.
So to our music performers of the year, I think you'll agree it must have been a very difficult task to separate out just two. The amazing contributions we've had from the ensemble and the groups today have been quite outstanding. But Jessica Dixon obviously has a very bright future ahead of her, and I'm hoping that perhaps I can twist her arm to audition me if I can make that arrangement at the end. Maybe Mr. Welt will be our agent. But Jessica Dixon, you've been voted Senior Girls Music Performer of the Year.
And Joe Thompson, well, a man with on a mission, unusual to find somebody as committed to strings as he is. And I just would like to say thank you. As you saw from many of the musicians, picking out difficult instruments that they take time to learn and progress in. So, Music Performers of the Year, Jessica Dixon and Jessica Thompson.
This young lady thoroughly deserves this award. Neve Bates, I think her name resonates around not just senior girls and sixth form, but senior boys too. I think Neve has contributed enormously to the music programme over her time at school. She's not just a great musician, she's a great swimmer. I remember teaching her back in junior school. In fact, I think it was the other way around, Neve. I think you did the teaching. And what's really lovely is that Neve is going on to train to be a teacher, which makes my heart very warm. So, Neve, would you like to come and receive the Sparks Award for Musical Achievement? So we move on to our final 4 awards this afternoon. The Sixth Form Trophy has been won alongside the Psychology Subject Prize by Tom Worthington, the young man I mentioned earlier whose grades wowed us all. And I think you'll see his face if you go onto the Players Court website and look at our A-level results. You'll see his smiling, happy face right there, holding on to A stars and A's. So congratulations to him on those. And congratulations also for winning the Sixth Form Trophy. I think Mrs. Worthington has agreed to brave the front and come and receive Tom's awards on his behalf. Mrs. Worthington, thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Worthington. And there's another parent who's bravely agreed to come receive his son's prize for geography. So if Mr. Moore is here, could he make his way to the front and we'll find Ollie Moore's geography prize. Ollie's a fan of jellyfish. He's already applied to join the scuba diving club at university, and guess what? He's studying marine biology. So do give him our very best wishes.
One of the major community groups in the country is the Rotary Group, and they help support the Service Above Self Awards. And you see we have three. First to Jodie Stay, and we have a citation to go to read here. Giving 110% of herself in all that she sets her mind and heart to do, and for her high levels of personal integrity and desire to always present the best version of herself, both her peers and staff. To Rhys Jones at Senior Boys, being considerate and kind to others, giving up his time to work on the yearbook for his peers, and his great work mentoring the younger pupils down the Middle Road.
And the recipient in the sixth form is Annabelle Pearce, who kept her service above herself very quiet for many, many months. We weren't aware until we happened upon a conversation that actually she'd been spending her weekends in London supporting the Brett Foundation, working with homeless people. She's currently working at Junior Boys, and I have it on good authority from Mrs. Kirby that I don't think, Annabelle, they want to let you go. I think you've made a really huge impact very quickly, and they're keen to keep you, so be aware. But Annabelle, do come forward and join the other two recipients of the Rotary Service Above Self Award.
Mike McSweeney, first head boy into the sixth form, leading departure from the school. We kind of named this award after the young adult most likely to make it. What's Mike doing now? Well, he's spent a big stint at the Fulham Football Club, running their community programme. He then went off to run exactly the same for the LTA, but the lure of football has taken him back to his fabulous Fulham. So the McSweeney Award, overcoming significant hurdles with a tremendous positive attitude, grit and determination in order to gain the brains required to pursue his chosen career in the medical profession. Matthew Pottage. When Mike McSweeney was at the Fulham Football Club, they had their photograph 10 years ago, and one of their star £20 million players hadn't arrived for the start of the season. Nobody knew what he was going to look like, so Mike sat on the front row, stage left, and for the first and only time of his life was worth that £20 million. Sadly, his football wasn't quite as good as his rugby, but he did play international rugby league for Ireland, and he got a blue playing the same at Cambridge.
So we move on to our final award, the Nivoloni Sword of Honour, which is traditionally presented to our head boy and our head girl. And last year we were just blessed with the amazing contribution of both Camilla Slace and Todd Muir. If there was something to get involved with, they were first in line. Whatever it was, nothing was too much trouble for them. Remember Todd Muir dressed as a lion, handing out balloons to young children around Maidenhead. Camilla Slace, always willing, ready to contribute to helping with our various internal charity events. and they just loved being part of the sixth form, and they were the most amazing role models. There's more of Mr. Andy Giles' words behind me. But they are fabulous young people. They are so good to be around. No pressure to Cammy and to Matt, but they've started ever so well, haven't they, too? But if, I know Todd's here. Todd, would you like to come forward? I don't know if Mr. or Mrs. Slace is here, but if you are, you're welcome to come join. But Todd, come forward and please be the worthy recipient of the Uvaloni Sword of Honour. Version. We can't let the real one go.
As ever, my brother and I would like to thank you, our parent body, for your attendance here this afternoon to celebrate the many and varied achievements over the last academic year of the amazing boys and girls who are your sons and daughters. At this point, James and I would also like to thank you for getting behind us once we had applied for permission to build our new campus. The volume of your support has astonished us. At the last count, the expressions in favour on the planning website numbered over 2,000, with the latest being logged as recently as yesterday, comfortably exceeding those who wanted in somebody else's backyard. Progress with the planners has been slow but sure, and as only one or two issues remain to be resolved, we are hopeful that our application will arrive at a development panel later this term. When that time comes, be sure that James and I will ask for your support again, so that the future of Clares Court as a school serving Maidenhead is assured. To return to our mums and the business at hand, Dame Christine, thank you for giving us your time this afternoon and for sharing your thoughts about making the most of a Clares Court education. Please accept this token of our appreciation as a reminder of your presence here today. Our work during the past year, and notably here this afternoon in the provision of many of the awards and prizes, is greatly helped by the unstinting work of the Clares Court Parent Teacher Association, led by its President Phyllis Avery and the Clares Court Foundation trustees Rosemary Barker, Sheila Hooker, Trevor Sharkey and Vanessa Shandon-Kelsey. I invite Phyllis, together with Anna Taylor-West, Felipe Foy, Tina Webster and Louise Norton-Brown, to step forward on behalf of the PTA trustees and their local PTA committees and accept these expressions of our gratitude. We say on our website that Clares Court is a school for families run by a family. In that endeavour, we're supported by a wonderful family of dedicated and loyal staff, many of long standing. With us this afternoon is Christine Ward, who joined the Clares Court staff in September 1978 as a class teacher of junior boys. Newly qualified then, Christine has spent her entire teaching career with us at Clares Court, as well as entrusting us with the education of her own daughters, Amy and Vicky. I know that there are many here today who will have been in her care at some stage, and I would ask you to join me in saluting Christine's 40 years of service with us.
Christine. Before she transferred to our College Avenue site to become leader of the transition setting in our nursery, another who started at Junior Boys is Claire Green, who joined us 25 years ago in September 1993. It is often said that children never forget their first teacher, and there will be many, not just in this hall, but out there in Maidenhead and beyond, for whom this will be a very real truism for the rest of their lives. Again, Claire, we salute you and thank you for your long service with Clare's Court. Claire Green. Andy Giles joined us in September 2007 to become sixth form head from First Platte Secondary School, where latterly he held a similar senior leadership position. During his stewardship, sixth form numbers have steadily increased, rising to over 140 last year. More importantly, every UCAS application that as head of year 13 Andy oversaw received an offer. Every student who wanted to pursue higher education was able to. Now, after a mere 38 years of teaching within the Maidenhead community, Andy takes up the challenges of retirement, and we wish him well as this new chapter in his life unfolds. Andy Giles. Since joining us in September 2002, Lynn Constantine's contribution to the school's development has been focused on a wide range of partnerships we have developed at all levels, perhaps most notably with the effective management and delivery of our holiday activities programme, extending well beyond the bounds of Clare's Court when school is not in session. At the same time, she has built training and apprenticeship programmes that have hugely benefited our own community, and through these, the wider community of Maidenhead and surrounding areas. She leaves us to return to a major local social enterprise company to assist them in their further development of their business. Lynn Constantine.
This for the staff who are no longer with us, but have contributed, of course, to the successes of last year. Many farewells were said at the end of the term, but I'd like to make sure all of us understand that the quality of these colleagues working with us has been quite superb. I can't imagine a better deputy head to support Maggie Hayward, for example, in her first year as a teacher. Likewise, over at Senior Boys, we will see that quality set of colleagues contribute so widely to the school, particularly for Miranda Wetton, who was able to be the school secretary for so many years and shepherd parents and pupils through their secondary school career. And thanks, of course, for the current members of the academic faculty. I received this email last night, bounced on by Juliana Myers, our head of maths. And it's written from Alison Liston, who's here today. I thought you'd like to know, Mrs. Myers, that Thomas was awarded a first-class scholarship from the School of Engineering at Birmingham University, where he will start his course on Monday the 1st of October. The school were pleased with his A-level results, as were we all, as you heard 100% in his maths, but particularly in maths, and as such, he's been awarded £2,500 per annum to reflect his academic achievements in his grades. This is obviously very handy as he starts his university course, especially with all the expenditure incurred. And Mrs. Litchfield goes on to not just say thank you to the teachers, maths, but also to those others who steward their education. Almost simultaneously, we had this voice, not from the parent, but from the child, Major James Knight, MC, Royal Marines. The main reason for writing is to express my sincerest thanks and gratitude to you, Mrs. Wiley. It was not for you, if it was not for you dedicating a disproportionate amount of your time to me to ensure I went to university, I would not have had the rich and rewarding career that I've had to date. You showed a genuine desire to see me succeed beyond my time at Clare School, and let's be honest, there were plenty of other students far more deserving of your time than me. Your encouragement, advice and support was what got me into university and set me on the path I would describe as privileged and blessed. Since leaving Clare School, I went to university in Canterbury and then went travelling for 18 months. It was whilst I was travelling that I met someone who left the Royal Marines, and after chatting to him and subsequently reading all I could about it, I returned home to begin training for selection into that force. During my time in the Corps, I've been to over 50 countries and deployed on 6 combat operations. I was selected to work for the head of the Royal Navy, the First Sea Lord, as his senior aide, and have commanded Marines on numerous operations and deployments around the globe. Most notably, I deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan a number of times, and in 2007 I was awarded a Military Cross for Gallantry on operations in Iraq. So, after 16 of the most rewarding years of my life, I decided to leave the Royal Marines and pursue a new career. This time has come to settle my family down and give them the same opportunities I had, and it seems fitting that they should go to the same school as I did, as I only have fond memories of Clare School. Those tributes are to 2 of over 200 academic teachers that work with the senior boys, girls and sixth form. Though we can't see you, I hope that all the boys and girls and parents today would like to resonate with both the parent, Mrs. Lidstone, and the former people made tonight. Say thank you to the teachers for everything they do to make this school the school it is for you and for the future generations to come. Ladies and gentlemen, our teaching staff.